Hello all, I am Dr. Ashish Agrawat. In this video, I am going to talk about the nutrition and energy supply. So in this video, we will see about what is calorie, okay, then what is respiratory quotient, okay, and the energy requirement of an adult, okay. And for energy requirement, we will require three things. One is basal metabolic rate. Basal metabolic rate is separately asked in your exam also, okay. Then another thing that is required for energy requirement is specific dynamic action, that is SDA, and third thing that is required is physical activity. Okay, so we will see all this terminology one by one. So what is calorie? Calorie is a heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree of Celsius. Okay, so to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius, whatever heat is required, that is a calorie, okay, and 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joule. Okay, from 1 gram of carbohydrate we get 4 kilocalorie. Also in the protein also from 1 gram we get 4 kilocalorie, while in lipids we get more energy. Okay, from 1 gram of lipids we get 9 kilocalorie. Okay. Now this calorie value of a food is measured by a heat liberated by its complete combustion in a calorimeter. So this is the instrument to measure the calorie value of a food. Now another terminology, what is respiratory quotient? So it is the ratio of volume of CO2 produced to the oxygen consumed in the oxidation of food stuff. So this RQ is equal to CO2 produced divided by oxygen that is consumed. Okay. For carbohydrate, the respiratory quotient is 1. For the lipid, it is 0.7. For the protein, it is 0.8. Why in lipid the RQ is less? Because lipid is a more reduced in nature. Okay, it is reduced in nature, so it requires the more oxygen. So oxygen consumed during oxidation of lipid is more. So as your denominator is more, the RQ value is less. So it is less as compared to the carbohydrate and protein. This RQ falls in diabetes when more lipids are utilized than the carbohydrates. Now we see about the total energy requirement. For total energy requirement, we require three things: basal metabolic rate, specific dynamic action, and physical activity. Okay, and also we need to consider about the pregnancy, lactation, etc. Okay, so first we will see about the basal metabolic rate. So it is frequently asked theory questions. What is definition? So it is the energy required by a awake individual. This terminology is very important. Okay, not during the sleep. It is the energy required by the awake individual during physical, emotional, and digestive rest. So energy that is required by a awake individual. Okay, so it is a minimum amount of energy required to maintain the life or sustain the vital functions, like for the circulation or brain function or the respiratory function. Okay, so everything, the energy that is required to maintain our body's vital function like brain, okay, heart, circulation, respiration. So for maintaining all this we require a energy, and minimum amount of energy that is required by an awake individual during complete physical, emotional, and digestive rest. So for the male it is around 35 to 38 kilocalorie square meter per hour. For female it is 32 to 35 kilocalorie per square meter per hour. As such, as general, basal metabolic rate for adult is 24 kilocalorie per kilogram per day. Okay, suppose one person weight is 60 kg. Okay, so basal metabolic rate will be 24 into 60. Okay, so that will be 1440, right? Now this BMR is measured directly by the heat evolved or indirectly by the volume of oxygen consumed and carbon dioxide evolved per unit time. Now what are the factors that will affect the basal metabolic rate? So first is age. So during the period of active growth, okay, so in children the BMR is very high. So in children, because of the active growth, the BMR is high. In male it is higher BMR than female, okay, because of the increased muscle mass. Then third is temperature. So BMR is increased in cold climate as a compensatory mechanism to maintain the body temperature. So in cold the BMR is increased Okay, while in warm environment, the temperature is decreased. Exercise. So increase in BMR during exercise is due to increase in cardiac output. Okay. Fifth is fever. So about 12% increase in BMR during the fever. And in thyroid hormones, BMR is raised in hyperthyroidism because the thyroid hormone has directly relation to our main metabolism. So BMR is raised in hyperthyroidism and lower in hypothyroidism. This is the reason why there is a weight gain in hypothyroidism, because BMR is decreased, so that ATP, okay, that will be utilized in the fatty acid synthesis, okay, and it will lead to the weight gain. Okay. So as the surface area is increased, BMR will be increased. In male it will be higher, okay. In children it will be higher. Physical activity, so exercising, okay, exercise increase the BMR. In hypothyroidism, if person is hypothyroidism, then BMR is decreased. If it is hyperthyroidism, BMR is increased. Cold climate, BMR will be increased. During starvation, BMR will be decreased. In fever, BMR will be increased, okay, 10% increase by increasing 1 degree Celsius temperature. And in disease stage like infection, leukemia, polycythemia, cardiac failure, hypertension, the BMR is increased, while in addition disease it will be decreased. Okay, so in which condition the BMR is increased? Okay, we have seen so far. Okay, like in climate, cold condition, BMR will be increased. In children, okay, because of the increase in growth. Okay, then person is hyperthyroidism. Okay, patient with hyperthyroidism, BMR is increased. Then in male it will be higher than the female. Okay, then in exercising, person who is exercising, BMR will be high. Okay, also in case of infection, leukemia, okay, so all type of infection, leukemia, cancer, the BMR, basal metabolic rate, will be increased. While BMR, basal metabolic rate, is decreasing, so opposite to this, that is the warm environment. Then in old age people, BMR is decreased. Then hypothyroidism, okay, in sex, in female, BMR is less. Okay, then in case of addition disease, okay, BMR is decreased. Now what is the clinical significance of basal metabolic rate? It is used to calculate the calorie requirement. Okay, we will see that BMR is required, SDA is required, and physical activity is required. Okay, then we can plan the diet according to our basal metabolic rate and for assessment of the thyroid function. As we have already discussed, in hyperthyroidism patient, okay, the BMR is high, okay, high BMR, while in case of hypothyroidism, BMR is less. Okay, so this is all about the basal metabolic rate. Now what is specific dynamic action? Okay, it is extra energy or heat production in addition to the calculated caloric value. So it is also called as a diet induced thermogenesis. So after eating the diet, after eating the food, there will be increased heat in our body, that is called as a thermogenic or calorigenic action of the food. Okay, in protein it is around 30%, in lipid it is around 13%, and carbohydrate it is around 5%, and mixed diet, the specific dynamic action is 10%. So it is a wasteful of energy, that is used for the digestion, absorption, and transportation of foodstuff. So we have seen in what is basal metabolic rate, the energy requirement for the awake individual during physical, emotional, digestive rest, and that energy is required for the vital function. Okay, that energy is required for the vital function like circulation, okay, circulation or brain function. Okay, while this specific dynamic action here, this energy is required for the digestion, absorption, and transport of the foodstuffs. Okay, like SDA protein is for the digestion, absorption, then deamination, synthesis of non-protein nitrogen substance, or SDA for the carbohydrate will be for the conversion of glycogen, SDA is fat for the storage as a triglyceride, okay, or fat mobilization or oxidation. So here this actually expenditure by the body for utilization of the food stuff, okay. So 10% calories are added to the total energy need towards a specific dynamic action. So SDA is a specific dynamic action, okay, specific dynamic action. It is also called as the thermogenic or calorigenic effect of food, okay. So food increase food induced heat, that is called as a specific dynamic action. For the protein it is highest, okay, that is around 30% for the digestion, absorption, transportation, deamination, okay, and for the production of non-protein nitrogen substance, okay. Then carbohydrate it is around 5%, and for the lipid it is around 30%, okay. So this is about the specific dynamic action. So we have seen about the basal metabolic rate, we have seen about the SDA, okay. Now we will see about the third, that is physical activity. So for physical activity, for the non-occupational, it is around 30% of the basal metabolic rate that energy is required, okay. The person who is doing sedentary work, 30 to 40% of basal metabolic rate energy is required. For the moderate it is around 40 to 50%, and heavy work 50 to 60%. As general, for the sedentary work energy requirement is 30% of the BMR. For the moderate work energy requirement is around 40%, and heavy work we consider as a 50% of the BMR, okay. So if we see the different category, for non-occupational will be like sitting, standing, walking, cycling. Sedentary activity will be for the clerk, teacher, okay, even housewife and lab worker. Moderate activity by the plumber, carpenter, fisherman, okay, laundry worker, and heavy activity for the footballer, weightlifter, swimmer, because they are doing the heavy activity like this. For the heavy activity it is around 50% of the basal metabolic rate energy is required. Additionally, for the moderate, okay, 40% of the BMR energy is required, okay, and sedentary worker additional 30% of BMR energy required, okay. And for the growth, lactation and pregnancy additional energy is required, and pregnancy around additional 300 kilocalorie per day is required, and in lactation additional 500 kilocalorie per day is required. One person has a weight of 60 kg, okay. So what will be the basal metabolic rate? So it is 24 into 60, okay, that will be 1440, right. And if that person is doing severe activity, okay, in that case additional 50% of energy is required. So 50% of this 1440 is 720, okay, 720. So if we add that, it will be 2160, okay. So 2160 kilocalorie is required, okay. And the person who is taking mixed diet, okay, we have to calculate about the SDA also, okay. So for the mixed diet we get 10%, so 10% additional energy is required. So 2160 plus 216, that will be around 2376 kilocalorie requirement, okay. Here again example is given. So for the energy requirement for the 55 kilogram person with moderate work, okay, so basal metabolic rate will be 24 kilocalorie per kg. So 24 into 55, that is 1320 kilocalorie, okay. And he is doing a moderate work, okay. So 40% of the BMR additional we have to add. So 40% of this 1320 is 528 kilocalorie, okay, that we have to add. So that total will be 1848 kilocalorie, and plus we have to add the SDA. So for the mixed diet it is 10%, so 10% of 1848, that will be 184. So in 1848 we have to add 184, that is 2032 kilocalorie, and rounded to the multiple of 50, that is around 2050 kilocalorie is required for a 55 kg person. So this is how we can calculate the energy requirement. Okay, this is all about the today's video. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share my video, subscribe to my channel, and you can give your feedback in the comment also. Thank you for watching. Bye.